I've been here before. Now here I am again, standing at the door, praying you'll let me back in.
I think it really depends on where we are and who we're with. We feed off of each other a lot, and we co-write a lot of songs. But I mean, we definitely use the scripture primarily for our songs, since they are worship songs, and so we really have a desire to make them biblically accurate and honest and real. And so we've been, you know, we could be in the studio, we could be in a hotel room. We've written some in hotel rooms. Yeah. I don't think the setting matters. I think it's about, you know, what kind of the mood we're in that day, or just what's really going on in our lives. We just try to be really, I guess, I hate to use the word authentic in that sense, but we just try to be really ourselves when we're writing songs.
Let your children fall down and worship, fall down and know you, for you are holy.
It's a song that we got up really early that morning, and we went down like 7 a.m. and played at this retreat in Gatlinburg. And we played that morning, and we came back up to the hotel, you know, all kind of groggy, and you know, we still know we need to be up and doing things, and so came in the hotel room, and it was just like, you know, the sun was coming through the windows, and everybody was just kind of quiet and peaceful in the hotel room. And I remember going, you know, guys, this would be a cool time just to like have a quiet time and just kind of find our own space and just get real with God for a few minutes. And so we all pulled out our Bibles and just started sitting there, and the guitar was laying there. Just started strumming on it just a little bit. Just started strumming on the guitar and pulling things from the Bible and whatnot. And we ended up playing this song, and we had a little 5-song demo that we did a couple years back, or like a year or so ago, and we put it on there, and it ended up like now that we're signed and stuff, we were able to rework that song a little bit and just polish it up with one of the writers, Jason Ingram. And it was so cool just being able to see that song and still be able to sing it now, and from being such a young band even then, having been together probably 2 or 3 months at that time, having written that song, and it's been with us this whole time. So it really means a lot. It's called All We Ever Needed. And the lyrics are real honest and open, that, you know, a lot of times all we have to bring to God is a heavy heart and burdens and sin. And but even through those things, that we as a people, you know, we can fall down and worship Him, and that, you know, that He's the only one to be praised.
We got to answer these individually, I think. Well, I'm a big reader and kind of a church dork, so I like follow pastors around and I read old dead guys, but I have about 6 guys in my life that are all ministers to me, I feel like, and guys I look up to, and kind of share the honest struggles of my life, the sins that I'm going through, and how, you know, I want them to pray for me, things like that. And they're all, you know, they range from my age, it's actually 23, all the way to, gosh, the old one is now probably 48, 49, so I have about 6 guys that those are kind of like my personal guys, that they're like my heroes, I guess the guys I really look up to, and they're all ministers and pastors. So I love them to death. From a musical standpoint, that's a tough question. I mean, musically, I like a lot of mainstream music, but from lyrics, I would say like. I love Tomlin. I love his worship stuff, right. and I love Derek Webb. I love what he has to say in his heart, what he has to say. I love Coldplay. Coldplay is like my favorite musical group, and so that would be mine, I guess.
I'd have to say that one of the writers, Jason Ingram, always gives us some kind of mentoring or encouragement, just from a writer, a musician, and just a worship artist, you know, in general. And so he gives us a lot of input and mentoring in how to do things as a worship band and how to stay strong. Personally, I've somehow ended up going to, he's our business manager, Brian Smith, and I've ended up talking to him just a bunch of times, just with struggles of going on, and you know, not only on the financial side of what's going on with the band, but you know, hey Brian, you know, when you were playing, you know, what did you do in this situation? How can we stay spiritually strong? How do we get this out of the band? And so he's been a lot of encouragement. He had a lot of experience with FFH because he was in FFH, and so he's been a really strong mentor towards me. There's ups and downs, I think,
Right.
in both. I think there's pros and cons. If you say, you know, the technology side of in fans, I mean, it's unbelievable how, you know, just even 10 years ago, how we can get music out to people in different ways today,
Right.
whether it be with videos. You know, on our MySpace, we put videos up a lot on our MySpace.com/RussiaFools, and so we put those up there a lot, and just being able to interact with fans, you know, with blogs and things like that. And then there's, you know, just there's downloads and everything like that. Then there's the downside of it, of people stealing music still, you know, and that whole scheme of things, and how album sales are going down, and having to find different ways of doing things. So,
And with, I mean, I think the cool thing is technology will eventually shift, and I'd use the word evolve, because, you know, evolve, but you know, it's going to come to a point, I think, where technology is more on top of things. But I think it's moved so fast right now that it's just, even with like MP3s, I mean, if you hear the sound quality of an MP3 versus a CD, and like, you know, like as a musician, you're like, oh, as an artist, you don't want to listen to the MP3. The quality,
Flat,
yeah, it's all flat. You don't want to listen to that. You hear it's so much better on an actual album, you know, on an actual CD. But I think that technology can catch up. There's things that, you know, I mean, guys are spending lots of money and lots of investment into trying to, I guess, catch up with technology. So, like you said, there's going to be pros and cons to that situation.
It was kind of on a whim kind of deal. We had written for the day, and if you can picture it, our guitars and our things were really packed to go, literally for that day. And God just kind of threw it out there, just a song to be honest and open and transparent, to sing from our heart that, you know what, we are hypocrites, we're our prodigal sons, and we'll say one thing and do another. But it's really who we are as a band. That song really speaks a lot for who we are and what we want to be. And with that song, we received numerous emails and MySpace comments about how people had been touched and moved by the song. From a lady in Waco, Texas, who wanted to drive off a bridge, and she heard the song and it's kept her from doing that, to a 29-year-old mom of 3 who her husband working out of town so much, and she's taking pills to comfort that side of her. And it's just so moving how 5 just dorky guys from Alabama, that God can use us, and that He can put words in our hearts, and the music in our minds, that we can put that all together and make this song that is reaching people and touching their life in a way that we can't even describe. And we say it a lot, that, you know, the charts can say whatever they want, and people can say whatever they want, but when you get comments and emails in, and you're sitting on the road wondering, where's my next meal coming from, or how do we get gas, or we're about to run out of gas,
Right.
then you can get these emails, and from these people who are being touched, you know, it's going to all be okay, that it's all going to work out.
It's bigger than us, and it's blown us away. It's humbling to be a part of. Like, we just think God's just letting us be a part of what's going on. It's really crazy.
Turn me around, pick me up, undo what I've become, bring me back to the place I forgive.